guys, welcome back to another video. Well, Dad's getting unfolded and we've just pulled into the last field of corn for 2025. And this here's a no-till field. Yeah, if you can see it very well against the sun. Maybe get a little bit of a shadow. Sorry about the wind noise also. Got the pretty good breeze out here blasting away again. In fact, it seems like every time I want to get out and do some spraying, the wind kicks up about 450,000 miles per hour and stops me. But we did work this in because I V-ripped it, and so I brought the disc into the crumbler out here a couple days ago and worked it down. That way it leveled it up good. But yeah, like I say, the rest of the field is all no-till, because this is more of a muck field anyway, and so we don't like working that muck up. It gets all loose. So I might be able to try and get a little bit more drone video out here maybe tomorrow. We'll wait and see what happens. Okay, and there he's taking off. Of which we've actually already started. We got 2 other fields no-till as well, so no big deal. Hey everybody, well, you just saw Dad opening up the field back here. Like I say, it was the last field of corn for 2024. Well, it's next morning. Sun's just trying to peek up. Now I think we're right around about 6:30, maybe just a little bit after. So I'm heading back out here, going to get rolling again. And then here after a while, Dad will be coming along. He'll take over running the planter, and I'm going to jump back on the sprayer and get back to spraying again. Don't have a whole lot of that left, so I'll keep you updated. I did tell Dad though, because the field that we're working on, it's kind of like an L shape, so it kind of comes across here, then right straight over there across that drainage ditch, and so that's where it comes across and goes south over to the highway and stops. So we're back here in these long rows. These rows here are actually they're a little bit over 3/4 of a mile long. So in fact, if there was not a drainage ditch down at that end of the farm, the rows would run a full 1 mile from this road to the next road west. But yeah, like I say, they're over 3/4 of a mile, so they're long rows going down across there. But like I say, I told Dad though that before we get this field done, I definitely want to get some drone footage of him finishing it up. And about like what we do in the fall time with the last 8 rows of corn going down for the year. Makes for good YouTube content. So I'm going to get pulled in here, unfolded, and we'll get rolling. Getting pulled into the field up here. The rye don't look too bad. This rye here will be for harvest this summer. So make sure you're subscribed, because that'll be definitely going to be going on to YouTube as well. Summer rye harvest. That is something that you do not see too often. Well, rye harvest. I mean, you got wheat, but not very many people out there plant rye. So if you want to see some rye harvest this summer, make sure you hit the subscribe button and stay up to date. Alrighty, we're off and rolling. There we go. Planter's too wide to get all in one shot, and I gotta pan it back and forth. I do wish I had the chopper on that truck down that big patch of dirt. All right, guys. Well, Dad's been rolling in the planter. I started out early this morning, then I hopped in the sprayer, took off spraying, and we probably got about 2 acres left. So I'm going to get the drone in the air, get a little more drone footage here, and corn plant 2025 will be over. Okay, we get turned around here on the end. At the same time, I'm also getting drone footage. Up there's the drone. That's that buzzing you hear, sound like a weed whacker. All right, he's on the last full strike. He did say he's got a couple little point rows, but that's basically got it. anyways, I'm going to call this in the video. Dad just filled in those last couple little point rows, and that's what you saw there on the drone footage. Where he pulled up here in the corner, he was finishing up those points. So, corn 2025 is over. So I'll be bringing you along here once we get ready to start running on beans. So take care, thanks a lot for watching, we'll see you next time.